distance. We discuss important stuff. The rendezvous is set up to catch a film and dinner. Stuck in a cinema or saving me from a coil. Suddenly realize and fall into my arms. Working you undercover, softly slowly got you. Any moment now you're gonna swoon into my arms. The same you, the same me. Spoon feeding the groundhog song. A friend too good to go there with. Shake it up and get it on. Well, I know you do. And maybe you've not said in so many words. You've always got your reasons. Your right little know it all. Stuck in a cinema or saving me from a coil. Suddenly realize and fall into my arms. Working you undercover, softly slowly got you. Any moment now you're gonna swoon. Let me be the bright star, tip-top pit stop in your ocean. I could be the ship that's what got you down and dirty with the lotion. This is when I was going to sing your name over and over again. But cause I thought you probably wouldn't like it. Soon I'll fall into my Let me be the bright star, tip-top pit stop in your ocean. I could be the ship that's what got you down and dirty with the lotion. Let me be the bright star, tip-top pit stop in your
Girl, please. Oh. Wait, does it sound fine? I'm so sorry. That might have bursted your fucking ears when I reconnected. Are we good? So sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi guys. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the 58th annual Iris House. Fuck. Fuck. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Guys, what's up? Let me just adjust my shit. As you can tell, our layout is a big work in progress. It's a big work in progress. I didn't think I would be live today at all. Or like, I was like, maybe, like, if I have the energy, because it's very much about energy, not in like a, I get tired really early nowadays because I wake up early, but more on that later. But I'm really glad that I've sat here and done this already. It's been a while since I've hit go live and been like, yeah, I'm so glad I did that. It's like, I imagine if you're a person that goes to the gym, when you get to the gym and you're like, I'm so glad I got off my ass and went to the gym, and wow, I feel great being here. I imagine that. But I don't go to the gym. Anyway, hi guys. Hi. What's up? I hope everyone is so wonderful. I'm doing pretty well. I hope volumes are fine and everything. I actually want to, I immediately off rip want to give you guys a theatrical experience if that's okay. Let's try this, okay? You guys can, you can be the audience. This is like, who am I right now? I'm like Cynthia Erivo. If she okay. Alright, yeah, okay, let's get ready to go live. You know, I told my mods I'd be 15 minutes, but then I followed up by saying, hey, 15 minutes for me is like 30 minutes, you know? It's an Iris 15 minutes, which normally means I'll see you in an hour. You know, because I said that, and then immediately was like, I need to repot my plant. Okay. Repotted the plant. In my defense, I was really scared for her life, and I just got the, like, repotting for it. So I was like, you know what? Before I forget, let me tend to my patient. I was, like, about to turn toward my setup, and I was like, I heard, like, beep, 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 and I was like, flatline. Oh my god, my fractal succulent is flatlining. And I took the time to repot, but that's fine. Okay, I would argue, you know, I wouldn't argue. I would actually very confidently say that's a good reason. Came back in, I was like, okay, finally, my tea's probably fucking cold by now. It's okay, whatever, right? Notably still warm. Come in here, I start hitting shit. I was like, okay, well, I don't really feel like wearing headphones. So, no, I just realized I'm narrating this to you. It's not a very big theatrical experience. Cynthia Erivo would sit there and be like, and in my scene, right now, my character is feeling like this. So let's just reenact, okay? I don't feel like wearing my headphones, so I guess I won't. Let me check my, like, default sound settings on my OBS here and see. Hello? Sorry, better experience. Hello? Oh, wait. No, sorry, wait. Okay, go back, take yourselves back, maybe a minute or so in the scene, okay? Maybe I'm, like, pitching this to you. Maybe that's what this is. And I'm breaking the 6th wall by now, okay? Revive my succulent. I'm doing it again. Cynthia Erivo would not be doing any of this. Okay. Bitch! It's not working. My microphone's not working. Why is my microphone not working? Oh yeah, that red focuser I have that is like an absolute piece of crap. And I threw the wire away for it because I was like, well, it's probably the wire. And I think I've done this thing where, you know what? You just have a wire that is like half broken and there's a million replacements for it, but you keep using that wire. So I was like, I'm gonna do the right thing here and throw this wire, okay? It's fucked. It's the reason this microphone sounds a bit fucked, even though it's good. Even though I think it fell in Tubbo's toilet. Yeah, and then, well, to say the least, I realized that the only reason I was still using that wire is because it's the only one that works. And so, I'm not gonna reenact this. I'm so sorry because I'm actually so scared, and I just can't do it again. And I'm now breaking scene again. I knew I had this microphone still under my bed. This is my bed, by the way. And the way, for some reason, I actually don't know what came over me. You can go away now. Do you ever leap like a fucking monkey and just feel like, just for a split second as you jump, you see jungle, okay? You see jungle. And you can't see a lot of my room, but it's very green, okay? You can probably see the green here, green there. There's a lot of green going on over there. And I just kind of leap, and I'm like, and I feel a deep connection, okay, as I go to grab this microphone. And I plug it in, and then I go live. The story here really is, why the fuck did I throw away that cable? Why did I think that maybe there wasn't a reason as to why I hadn't thrown it away before? The reason being, no other cable has ever fucking worked for some strange reason. Guys, before you throw away a cable that's broken, make sure you have one that works. Okay, now that I'm done with that, there's much more interesting things to talk about than my broken cable, but I just really wanted to let you in on that moment that I had before stream, is all. But please tell me how you guys are doing, and also that's my reason as to why we're using this mic. But honestly, I did plan, maybe I caused this, because I did plan on taking that like mic off its stand anyway and holding it, because I do prefer this. I bought those Bluetooth microphones before. I don't know if you guys remember, like 2 setups ago, which is how we chronologically order things around here. Happy 6th setup ever, by the way. This is the 6th setup. I'm not too sure that's like normal. That's 1 a year. No. No, that's not okay. These numbers aren't looking good, guys. I'm really hoping that this is the one. This is the one, and by that I mean I stay here for over 6 months. I just realized only the patrons know where I live. That's kind of crazy. That's very funny. Unless it's been leaked, in which case it's fine, because I'm about to tell you. But before I do, if you don't know, please take a guess if you want. If the 3 little fish here would like to take a guess, that'd be funny. Yeah. No, I'm doing quite well. I've been up to some really random shit. I've been mostly moving. I only got internet yesterday. Kinda looks like a uni account. That's fucking rude! Just rude! It's very rude. No, I'm kidding. There's nothing wrong with being in a uni accommodation. But it's not, because I'm not in uni. This is my own place. And we're only in my bedroom because I didn't want this in my living room. I got other stuff going on in the living room. Like all my sewing equipment and everything, and I was like, I don't want like this is like relaxing space. And I'm gonna be honest, very little of my work kind of happens here. A lot of it happens in there with a sewing machine and whatever. So this can still be a relaxation space. But as you can see, I'm working on trying to make it not feeling like you guys are up in my business. White walls, I figure I'm fucking working on it, and I'm covering a lot of it. Like there's a reason this is a big, not opaque, solid. No, that's not what I'm looking for. A big solid block here is because it's like, hey, this is the ominous black box containing my chatters. Hi, Magda. I don't know, this just feels a bit personal. That's my fucking bed. That's where I sleep. I don't want you up in my I don't know, it just feels weird. So that's why I covered up a lot of this. But this is mainly white walls because I knew that this is where my camera looks. So I was like, I don't want to decorate. Like, I want to think about what I want there. Because I was thinking, I said this on the Patreon journal I posted. We could bring the projector back if I hadn't left it at Smitch's house. Because I forgot to pack it. But I also lost the remote controller for it, so I wouldn't be able to anyway. But I don't know what we're going to do back here. I have something to say. 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 I need everyone to really listen to me here. DHL when I get you, DHL. DHL when I find you. DHL when you finally find your way to my property. Something's going to happen. So I don't care. I don't care that your company... Yeah, actually, I find it offensive that your company uses the colors of the flag of the country in which I was born and yet lacks such efficiency that it's a wonder at all. A wonder at all that you are in business. And the way that I would never ever pick you to be the one delivering my package, yet somehow it is always you. It is always you. The most important things. I could order, okay, 5 life-saving packages with separate vials that I need to bring together in order to revive myself, and then I could order 20 packages which just consist of sticks in case I feel like making a kingdom out of sticks. You know what's getting here first? Whatever wasn't delivered with DHL, okay? Or maybe if the vials were DHL, I'd get 1 vial the next day, and then the next 4, I would have a better shot of literally just dying. This is very upsetting to me. The reason this began is because I had to look at this again. This is very upsetting to me. This is my laundry. You want to know why it's in a big fucking pile and not, I don't know, washed, dried, folded away neatly? Because DHL won't deliver my shit! They just won't do it, okay? I've had to order so much stuff for my house, obviously. I don't know why, but this package with the most important things, detergent, my new back scrub, because I threw all the one away. I was like, okay, I think moving is a good shot to get a new back scrub. So like all these things, I have like the basic hygiene. Okay, I'm not walking around stinking. Like, I got my deodorant right here. But tell me why the most important package is the only one that's DHL and the only one that has been delayed 3 times. 3 times. I'm running out of clothes. I am very seriously running out of clothes. I just had to complain about that. Thank you so much, though. Thank you for really tuning into that with me. Okay, I'm going to read what you guys have been saying now that I'm done talking about DHL. So emotional today at a friend's house. It's crazy because it's like, this is where a cis girl's childhood happened, and it's where a cis person lives. And I was just staring around at her room. Did I'll being silly have that is how I'm doing. Like a moment of like, how do you word it? Getting a glimpse into a different life that you wanted. Yeah, I can understand how that would shake you up, but I hope you're good now. And like swallowed it, and you're moving forward. In other news, look at these fucking owls. Okay, you're done. I went to this random store and they were selling a bunch of stuff like that for like $2 each. And I think I got those, another duplicate of those, but the mom has like a wing over the baba. And then I got one that has a budgie that looks like the budgie I used to have. There's a little shit like that kind of everywhere. There's also an owl up there. This is my wardrobe. But yeah, guys, I still didn't fucking reveal where I live. Okay, fine, I'll do it. God, stop yanking my leg. Why are you yanking my leg? Okay. Hi, Rain! Bye, Rain! Or maybe you're not, like, immediately leaving. I have no idea. Guys, I've gone up north. I live in Sheffield. Guys, I live in fucking Sheffield. You are all actually everyone's actually so rude to the northern people in the northern place. Okay? This has been so beautiful so far. I don't understand why anyone would go live down south. Unless you're rich and mean. Yeah, I somehow made it here before, Bekimon, which is so funny, because I've been trying to get up here for ages, as in, like, I kind of knew once I could kind of have the money to the side to move out of Smidge's place, because in case you're not, like, a regular or don't know, blah, 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 me living with Smidge in their, like, family home was because I was literally homeless. Like, I was under, like, a scheme with the Brighton Council because I went up to them and was like, I don't have anywhere to sleep, lol. And then they, like, yeah, it was like a whole thing. So this is huge if true, and it fucking is. I went to Nottingham. They have a really, really, really nice Spanish restaurant, and the people that live there are from the same community as me. Shout out, I think it's called La Vida by Laurentiis. I think that's what it was called. Really good food. Guys, really good food. So yeah, I am so just overjoyed, really. I've been so happy. Obviously, things are stressful, but I've been, like, I don't know how to explain this without sounding a bit insane. The ways I've been teaching myself or have been taught recently how to kind of deal with, like, emotions in the world and everything has really, 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 really helped me. I'm sure I'll talk about it eventually because I think it's something that I want to share, because I think it's just, like, I kind of look at it and I'm like, wait, we should all kind of get on this on at least some level, right? I don't think I'm weird for going around talking about this, but I will get there eventually. Yeah. So I've been pretty good, and the stress is, like, it's a part of it, but I'm not gonna let it ruin everything, and hopefully it'll be over soon. And also, everyone that said my hair looks nice, thank you. I think it looks a little messy. But thank you. It's been really windy today. So I did my hair all nice, because I went and saw a friend today, so I was like, counting, you know. Had a shower in the morning, let it, like, air dry. And put, like, the teeniest, weeniest little product, like, a little bit in, just to be like, okay, just so it doesn't, like, completely die. And, you know. And then I was like, wait, why'd I even bother? Because there's a tornado! There's a fucking tornado outside! But it's okay. But yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Because to me right now, it's just, like, it's a bit messy. But it's fine. Yeah, no, guys, this is what I was saying, like, hashtag good vibes. It feels like, by the way, it was my third year of living in England, 10 days ago now. I was, like, unable to stream that day, but I thought it would have been funny to be like, I've unfortunately lived in England for 3 years. Let's talk about my findings. And I guess tornadoes are a thing everywhere, right? But no, I'm not saying there was actually a tornado. That's not how. Yeah, no, it's okay. Don't worry. No tornadoes up north so far. But yeah, I've really been enjoying it. I think everyone that I know that knows me that has also knows about the North have kind of said to me like, yeah, this is low-key perfect for you because everyone up there talks to each other. In the South, it's like, don't look at anyone, keep your head down, keep walking. But I'm always like, then why am I alive? But over here, people will just fucking talk to you, okay? I've had some really lovely conversations with people that maybe I didn't learn their name, which I'm trying to get better at, because I have a habit of talking to people that I don't know for 2 hours and not asking their name, but also they won't ask me for mine, so it just feels like we're on the same wavelength, where it's like, yeah, but who cares about names? Let's talk about other stuff. But it's been really nice to just talk to all these random people that I come across. Wait, ask names for some reason? Is it actually a British thing? Because I feel like if I were having that conversation in Spanish... Oh, actually, maybe if we're having the conversation in Spanish in a town, we would ask because we would want to know if we're, like, distant cousins. Hashtag small Catholic town upbringing. That's so silly. That's actually why we would do that. Wow. Thank you. Thank you everyone that said congrats. That's really sweet of you guys. Obviously for like doxy reasons, I'm not gonna give like, oh yeah, there is folklore stuff about it. Doesn't get changed just for relations. I just love that that's a thing. What was I gonna say? I can't give like, do you want the house tour? Because, well, it might turn into like someone knocking on my door and saying, can I get the house tour? And then I have to be like, I have to call the police. But you guys will get like random snippets of like random shit that I might be like, hey, you go. Like, wait, oh, it's fine. Hey, so sorry about that. How did I even... Is this fine? I need to stop holding it like that. It's this bit. It doesn't like it. So sorry. So sorry about that. I have no idea where it cut off. I'm just gonna pick up where it really matters. I am making my own pots for my plants that I've got. I have 3 succulents and a lucky bamboo shoot and a like, I can't remember what it's called. It's like a cactus, but it's like got like a little ribbon. I think it's literally called a ribbon cactus. So I need some pots. Bit silly of me to not get the pots beforehand, to be honest with you. Very silly. I got excited, and I also was going a bit insane without some like plants. So I'm making my own with clay, and so I'm sure I'll share shit like that, but it probably won't be like MTV Crib style. But guys, how fucking exciting. I had this really sweet moment a few days ago where I was putting up my like the moving box that I had that had like my posters and random shit that used to be in my bedroom and all this stuff. And one of them that I have that I got at TwitchCon, which is like an Okami like long poster that has like 3 different iterations of like Amaterasu and Shiran and everything running across it, and I kind of kept putting it in different places, and I was like, I just don't like it in here. Damn, what I need to find somewhere I like it, but I just like, it was just, you know, when you want to put something on a wall but you just can't really find the kind of space that you like for it, and then my brain was like, then don't put it in the bedroom. What do you just say to me? Don't put it in the... You have like 5 other rooms you could put that in. Wait! Wait! I'm the only person that lives here. Okay. So now it's by the front door, because they're like running in a direction, so it's very... I'm going out on a journey with these... my little babas that are running with me. Hi, Abba! So that was really sweet and kind of made me be like, wait, I can put anything wherever. Like, I could fill a sock with rice and put it in the middle of my hallway, and nobody would know it was there unless I had a guest over. Like, I could just do the most random fucking shit, whatever I wanted, and no one is up in my business. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's been really nice. Putting stuff wherever. Like, my friend Rosie made me like the lino printing thing, and it's like how do I describe it? It's so beautiful. I should take a picture of it and show it on Patreon or something. But it's like the it's like a floral vagina kind of floral print, right? Like the shape is clearly like vagina, and then it has some flowers in it. Like it's just beautiful. And it was part of my like Christmas gifts from her. And so I just put that on the door of the bathroom. I was like, wait, this doesn't need to go in here either. I'm just gonna put it on the bathroom door. Like my Trixie Mattel poster from the gig is like in the hallway. Like I just put shit wherever I was like, the hallway's kind of become the miscellaneous area. But yeah, anyway. I have a double bed again. I only got a duvet yesterday though. It's been cold. What else? I don't know. What's like Oh, let me say something else. Okay? This isn't an apology per se. It's more of an update, but if you want to perceive it as an apology, that's totally up to you. Life is subjective. Do whatever you want. Bye, Daisy. Okay, anyone that doesn't know, but I feel like a lot of people here know. I feel like this is mainly just like the regulars at this point. Lived in the south of England up until now, unless you want to count my brief stay in like London. I didn't eat out much in London, and the street food I did get was kind of just more random. But down south, in Spain, I'm trying to set this up. In Spain, there's a lot of Chinese food, and it's a lot of like genuine Chinese food. You get a lot of good, authentic like Indian food. You get a lot of good authentic Chinese food. Like, yum! Like, so good. So then I moved here, and I remember the first time when I was like, I think it was like my second week of living here, and I was like, okay, I've been putting the hours in on trying to get in my feet in this fucking country, so I'm gonna treat myself to some Chinese food because I really like Chinese food. I've not had any Chinese food in a while, so let's do that. I ordered Chinese food. This is in Brighton, and it actually just tastes like vomit and shit mixed together, and like it just tastes so bad. I feel sick thinking about it, and then I was like, maybe that's a one-off. Maybe I picked a bad place. So I kept trying all these different places. Like, slowly. I would be like, today I'm feeling brave. Today let's try a new Chinese place and see what gives. There was just no good Chinese food. I have never, in the south of England, found good Chinese food. There were some good Japanese places in Brighton, because there's a couple that are like authentic, whatever, right? But no good Chinese food. Let me tell you something about these Chinese restaurants in Sheffield, okay? But, like, life-changing. Actually life-changing. And I feel like it is because it's, like, actually authentic. There's definitely a big, like, Chinese, I don't want to say presence, population in Sheffield, which is very fun. Because it means it's not like the like export prices are competitive, so it's not evil. Like a lot of the things that I would used to get in like Asia Marts or anything like that, I can just go to a like big Chinese import store and it's not extortionate because there is so much demand and so much I just said the word competition, you get it, whatever. But the first takeout I got here, the first Chinese takeout I got, I sat there, I took my first bite, and I went, it's happening, it's happening. Good Chinese food has been re-unlocked on the menu, guys. Holy fuck. Holy fucking fuck. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's generally just been a lot of joy. It's been a lot of, like, stress, and then calming myself down and being like, hey, you're gonna be good. Just having that stress. Blims, I think you asked me. I feel like I've been really bad at replying to chat. I'm so sorry. I think I've just been like. Also, thank you, Falling Faye. That's really sweet of you. What did you? What dish are you getting? 'Cause some of them are really good. I can't remember. I feel like I always kind of just go for whatever on the menu seems like what I'm feeling at the time. But then also sometimes I'll always look at like chef specialties because I'm like, okay, well, if you're giving me that and it's bad, then come on. I can't remember what I got from this place. I have no idea. I think you asked me if I believe in ghosts. No, but yes. I don't know. Everyone has such a different definition of a ghost. I feel like whenever someone asks, do you believe in oh my god, a ghost. It's like, okay, well, what's a ghost? So let's start at what's a ghost. Do you know what I mean? I am a massive believer in that we are just one big energy, like everything ever. So if you mean, do you think when we die we just like disappear? No, and also factually no. But if it's more like, do you believe that the house you live in may be haunted by the grandma that died on the toilet and now she randomly flushes the toilet? I'd be like, wow, that's a really interesting way that energy might have like manifested and just decided to fuck around where it like left that contained area it was in. Sure, like I don't know. I hear some people's paranormal experiences and I'm like, oh, maybe. So I don't know, but I think when someone dies, they don't just like leave. So maybe that means I believe in ghosts. I have no idea. Well, I mean, what's a ghost? Do you believe in ghosts? What's a ghost? How's the move? It was you know what, guys? Except for DHL, just refusing to deliver buy important things like laundry detergent. Pretty good. I had a little bit of a with the internet, but to be honest with you, I barely use that shit, so it was fine. And I have unlimited data on my phone. If I need to do anything important, I could just hotspot to my laptop, so it was cool. But yeah, unpacking everything was pretty easy. Again, this is my 5th move in 3 years, and a couple of those had to be done in a standard car. So I've really downsized. I think my entire life fit into 5 boxes. And then the desk and my PC, which are kind of large. I can't really, I did hire a van this time though. So I was like, I'm gonna need it. Yeah. People I like. Personally, I like, not people I like. Personally, I like the idea of spirits and people not fully leaving. It's comforting. We factually don't. Just checking. We're all aware that when you die, you don't just go limp and everything you are disappears forever. Guys, this is canon. This is canon to Earth. This is canon to the universe. Escape the haunting Craig's. I mean, that definitely exists. I'm just letting you know right now that definitely exists. How long is this fucking song? Okay, thank you. Sorry, it hurt me. I didn't even skip it. It ended. I just realized I'm also on the wrong screen because we don't have any of the layouts. But there's also this black box. This feels like it's gonna be in Fortnite next season. The biggest amount of energy is recorded escaping people's bodies after death that is not justified by like body heat and stuff. Some people think it's like their soul/spirit. we factually have energy. I don't know. I mean, this kind of ties into what I was saying earlier, where it's like the like new kind of beliefs that I have. Or I wouldn't say belief. I would say reconnection with a certain perspective. It's just a really wordy way of maybe saying reconnection. So I won't like go on about that yet. But I'm sure there'll be a stream where I want to like chat about it. I think I definitely want to do a video about it. And I know you guys are gonna be like, hey, where's that YouTube video you keep talking about? Guys, like, as I moved house. Okay, I fucking moved house. I did, however, when I was building my chair, which came today, so I had to, like, build my fucking chair, which I did not realize would be lime green. It did not look like this in the picture. It looked more like that. So when I took it out the box, I was like, oh. So I think I'm gonna make my own cushions for it, because also this is just, she's a bit tacky. No offense to her, though. Please don't break. And I could easily make cushioning for this, so I think I shall. Anyway, what was I talking about? Building my chair. I was watching a video. And the, person talking about it was talking... I can't remember his name. I can't remember his name. Well, he started talking about fractals. And I Christianity, or yeah, you exactly what Cosmos said. I don't need to reiterate that. He mentioned fractals and the way that the volume on my TV, I have a TV. I literally have a TV. Went from maybe 6 to 25. And I went, wait, I forgot that this shit really, really excites me. And I was like, I need to get back on scripting this fucking video. I got the book for it right there. I am kind of like, I have more shit I need to be productive with. I have a long day tomorrow. And then Sunday, wait, low-key? What the fuck am I doing on Sunday? The answer might be fuck all, in which case, awesome! Really do with a day where I don't leave the house. I don't think I've had a single day. Guys, just looked at my calendar for Sunday. It's empty. I don't think I've had a single day since living here that I haven't had to leave the house and do something. And if you know me, you know I like leaving the house. Okay, I love being outside. I'm always in a state of agoraphobia, or I don't want to leave the house, and I'm not just throwing the word agoraphobia around. Okay, I've been seen by a doctor for it. Leave me alone. And the other side of that is, get me outside. I don't know if anyone here has ever taken psychedelics, but you know when it starts to kick in and you're like, I need to look at a tree. That's my natural state. So I'm a bit exhausted, and I think I'd actually quite like to wake up one day and go, I'm gonna stay in my pajamas. That sounds really beautiful, actually. I think I'm tearing up thinking about it. Yeah. And I think my body would also kind of thank me for it. We're gonna season 3. I don't see how we would get a season 3. Aren't they doing, they were doing Demacia. Where were they gonna do next? They're doing a different show. I do not know how they would drag Arcane out to be 5 seasons. I'm gonna be honest with you. Unless they wanted to start, like, chucking in other characters into the war, but that would have just been a little crazy. Maybe 3 seasons would have been nice. I don't know, I haven't rewatched Arcane in ages. Someone asked me something. Do you have hot chocolate? Me? Like, as a person? I don't like hot chocolate. I do like cacao, though. Me and Owen, we can hang out again. Huge if true. We're talking about this, where I felt like I was sometimes I have this really bad habit of thinking that what I'm saying is obnoxious. I don't know if anyone else gets this. Because I just hear myself, and in my head I'm like, do I sound like one of those people that thinks they're better than everyone else? Because that's really not what I'm trying to do here. But sometimes I'll be, I don't know. It's a really bad habit I'm trying to break out of, and I'm trying to stop beating myself up for just sharing an opinion or a fact about myself and thinking, are they gonna think I'm better than them? Because it's like, well, why are you thinking that to begin with? Do you actually think you're better than them? Because the answer to that, I don't think is yes. I just don't. Because the feeling I get is not like, are they gonna think I'm better than? It's like, I don't know. I'm exploring. Anyway, we were talking about it. She was like, there's a good hot chocolate place, wherever the fuck, I have no idea. And then I was like, I don't like hot chocolate. I'm sorry. And then we just talked about how I like cacao. And if you don't know what cacao is, it's just like, I don't even know how to explain this shit to you. Do I have any? Oh, Alski. I know you speak Spanish, but you're Spanish? Or like live in Spain? If so, I know you got me here. We don't do hot chocolate, do we? And if we say it's chocolate caliente, it's cacao. It's never actually hot chocolate. Unless it's like Nesquik or Colacao. By the way, Nesquik versus Colacao, let me know. But every time we would do like a school trip, I grew up in Spain for context, whatever. I feel like most of you get know that. Whenever they would make us do, I don't know why. That it'd be like school trip, and we just climb up this same mountain for like 12 hours. Okay. In the name of senderismo. Okay. But a lot of times when we get to the top of the mountain, we would drink cacao, which is just like really hot, bitter cacao. In a lot of cultures, it's like a very celebratory kind of like for example, Christmas kind of thing, or like campfire vibes, because you just put it in a big pot, and then people come over and they get their cups. So I don't know. I just don't like hot chocolate. I don't even fucking eat chocolate anymore. Can I be really honest? I've not had chocolate in ages. And I don't really get the craving for it. I low-key eat fruit. And like nuts. Like my dessert is normally like a handful of like fruit and nut mix with some like an orange or something. That's what I had yesterday. No, not milk or water. I need to just show you guys what I'm talking about here, I think. Because I think a lot of you know what it is, but don't know the name. Loudest keyboard ever. I think it's because I don't have my headphones on. La la la. Well, all of this looks so processed. Wow. How ancient Aztec cacao rituals can revolutionize your digestive health. It's a bit much love. I just want a picture of it. Well, it does just look like hot chocolate. So it's not even worth me showing you a fucking picture, to be honest. But if you're somewhere and you're down to try some cacao and it's available to you, give it a go. If you don't like bitter, then maybe not, because to me, it's not sweet. It's very bitter. Is it made of? It's powder. Speaking of arcane, I think it also depends on where you get it made, to be honest with you. Because I think if you went to somewhere American and was like, can I get some cacao? They would probably be like, would you like 2 pumps of caramel syrup? Hot water. Or they're like alternatives. I think in Spain we did water. I don't know what is Milo? Oi. Or maybe I should be saying Milo because it sounds like it's Australian. Would you like oh. It's Nestle. Okay, I'm judging you for that. Oh. Goodness of malt, milk, and cacao. Okay. This came up. I guess it's that good. Oh, it's whites. I guess we all have our different versions of hot chocolate. The human urge to make a chocolatey thing, or cacao even. Wow, I'm learning so much. Milo is that good. I wonder what it tastes like. I wonder if it's in New Zealand. I wonder if I could ask my friends from New Zealand if they've had it. I've never heard of it before. Do I know any Oh, I know some Australians, but no one in my immediate circle is Australian. Mostly milk and then 3 scoops of chocolate powder. Gosh. Oh my god, what was it? Oh my god, okay. So I had to get people to install my internet because that's something you need to do. So they would have to like come and put fucking drill holes in my walls and shit, and I had to like sign waivers, whatever. But I woke up in the morning. Oh yeah, I wake up at like 6:30 a.m. Not p.m. obviously, and go to bed at like now. So I'm kind of surprised I'm still awake. But I took my meds a bit late because I forgot. So that's probably helping. So they were coming over at like 8-ish. So I woke up at 6:30 and I was like, ah. And then I was like, I don't have any sugar. I don't have any sugar. I was like, fuck, you go buy some fucking sugar. In case that I have to like ask them, because it's like very British to be like, oh, you're right. Would you like a cup of tea? Would you like a brew? So I was like, I can't have these engineers come over and me not play my part and asking them if they want tea. And if they say yes, I have to say, oh, I only have decaf and also no sugar. Because then they'll just go, yeah, hey, you know what? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. So I like left the house and had to like I left the house so fast because I was like, I have to go to place that's open so fucking far away. 'Cause it's 6:30. And then come back in time because if I'm late they'll like charge me. They didn't want tea. which we all could have saw it coming. But it's kind of funny. I literally walked out of the store with sugar and something else, and milk, more milk, because I was running out of milk, like the little milk in a bag of sugar, and I was like, wow, this is a very British moment. I think this is a very British moment right now. And then I kept walking. But yeah. You ever try to have it with butter? You want me to put butter in a drink? That sounds a little crazy. It's best with only water, no stinky milk. I disagree. I don't know. I've not liked hot chocolate in a long time. Did I not bring my water in here? I'm dying of thirst. Oh, I did. Yay. I want to try out different teas because I really like a hot drink, but I gotta be honest, I'm kind of going off like black tea. I don't think there's any noise gate on this mic. I'm really sorry if you're having to like hear me swallow and shit. My bad. I'm gonna try and fix this. Pointing to my microphone that's over there because this isn't the normal one. Whatever. Hashtag Cynthia Riva. And also I like the idea of like in the morning I have this tea because it's good in the morning, and then at night I have this tea because it's good at like well-timed, health beneficial, different flavor but tea. Like I can stick to my routine of having tea, but I don't have to just yeah. What are we saying? I like your Angel Wing clip. Thank you. It was a last minute addition while I was in the bathroom starting stream. I love the idea of hot drinks, but I don't actually like hot drinks. I know a lot of people like that. I also know people that don't like hot food, which I imagine must feel a little crazy. I don't know what I would do if... Well, not like, I don't know what I'd do if I didn't like hot food, like, okay. But... I don't know. I quite like it. I don't know. Like, I think what I'm trying to get at here is less making it about me and more just being curious about that. So if anyone here doesn't like hot food, can you explain if it's like a texture thing? Is it like you're just sensitive to temperature? Because I'm very sensitive to temperature, but only because of my fibro. So I don't know. I don't like spice though, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm gonna really, really try to build up my spice tolerance. I really want to try out spicy food, and I know that you can build up a tolerance. Why do I know that? Because I lived with someone who was insane enough to microdose spice to try and prove that it would not make him build tolerance. And then it did, so I know as a fact that it does. So I gotta try and do that. I'm not gonna, however, do Owen's method that looked really painful and miserable. For context, he would eat sriracha with every meal. And by every meal, I mean every meal. It didn't matter what he'd cooked, there'd need to be some sriracha. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think it'll be more like, I'll throw some, like, actually, I've been doing this anyway. I made a, tikka masala with coriander, there we go. Coriander, like, basmati rice, whatever. And when I was making it, I was like, coriander is what's supposed to go here with, like, a curry, right? But I don't like coriander because it's spicy. That's letting you know how bad my spice level is. I don't put coriander in things because it's spicy. Bitch, coriander, that's a leaf. That's actually a fucking leaf. And to me, that's spicy. That's how bad it is. But I was like, but I want to. I can tell the flavor really works here. Like, whenever I have it, I'm like, ooh, I don't like the spice. But I like the flavor. It's coriander, okay? That's how bad it is. I don't know why it's so bad. But I did actually put it in the meal, and I ate it, and I didn't die. I actually quite enjoyed it. So I think we're on this journey already. I think we are already... The journey began when, well, who knows when it began, but I think it began with the idea. And, I've got the horse, now I'm on the horse. Thank you for the 18 months! Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. When you pass so I smell so air. I have, like, superhuman sense of smell. So everything upsets me all the time. Me and Spench had a conversation about this the other day. Night, Hepa. I asked them, like, do you think I have a strong sense of smell? And they were like, I think you have a superhuman fucking sense of smell. They didn't say fucking, but I'm just stressing. Because I was like, so is everyone just okay with the world stinking? Or am I the only one that can smell it? And I think the answer was a bit of both. I think I am really, really sensitive to smell, though. If you're saying I thought you would have grown up eating spicy food because I grew up in Spain, sure, but also our food isn't that spicy. You can kind of get away with super Spanish diet and have like no spice. And a lot of the like spice in Spanish food is the seasoning. And I feel like that doesn't bother me. Yeah, I don't think Spanish food is spicy. I think that's, you know, you probably go more toward Mexico. UK can smell really bad sometimes. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna get, it's on my like to-do list. I want to get one of those like grabber things. The council like bin men have, and start picking up random shit I see around, because let me tell you, dirty, and it really bothers me. So I want to get one that's like foldable and have a little like disposable bags or something.
especially when I go on walks, because I go on a lot of walks in parks, and then I see something, and I'm like, I would love to pick that up, but I brought nothing with me, and I don't want to have, like, I'm scared. I'm scared I'm gonna fucking catch something. Like, if it's become a part of the forest, I don't know what animal might have pissed on that. Like, it is a health concern. So I think it's like, yeah, the streets are fairly clean. It's more the green areas where I'm like, I just don't think they have people cleaning up here any more than a few times a year. Whereas the streets are fairly clean. Anyway, I'm Mexican, so I would have thought similar. Our food's not that spicy. We have a different kind of seasoning going on. Yeah, like, I'm struggling to think of dishes. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty spicy. There's some, definitely. We do spicy tomato. That kind of thing. Bam. Pick up rubbish I see. I guess you could say I'm pretty... Yeah. I mean more, if it's in a forest and I have to be like, it's like a random thing is just pissed on it and I'm about to catch the blue, you know. Hi, gods. Well, I'm trying to think. I really want to go back to that Spanish restaurant I went to. That was actually really sweet. I'll give you guys a hashtag story time. Where there was a flea market in Nottingham the day after I moved, and I saw the tickets for it online, and I was like, hey, I'm not gonna have much to do the first few days other than unpack shit, and I think I'll go crazy if all I do is unpack shit and not, like, see people and have, like, a reason to talk to someone. And flea markets are a pretty good place to just, like, meet/talk to people. And also, I was like, I may as well check out the neighboring city, right? Like, I don't know, let's go have a look around. It's just put in perspective for anyone that's, like, familiar with English geography, because if you don't, you'll be like, okay. But, I've not been fucking anywhere this far up north. Just Sheffield and now Nottingham. I've not been to, I have really no reason to go to Birmingham. I've not been to Manchester. I've not been to Leeds. I've not been to anywhere. So that's really fun. My mental map is, like, very gray right now. It's like new season of Fortnite. Nothing's been discovered. I've not dropped anywhere. And life is the battle bus. Can I just say that much to you right now? Sorry, when I was about 9, I found a packet of... Yeah, don't pick up random needle. Hi, Ann. Hello. So I went there, and then I was like, the night before, I was like, okay, well, what's around the area? Because in case the flea market's, like, boring or something, is there something else I could do just to kind of, like, justify the ticket price, even though it was like $5, but still, come on. And it was like Spanish restaurant right around the corner, and I was like, oh, okay. And I gotta be honest with you, I get all Hell's Kitchen, not Hell's Kitchen. What's that one called? What's the one where he goes and he, like, does, like, a makeover? Worst Nightmares? Kitchen Worst Nightmares? Kitchen Nightmares? Thank you. I can't even think of a way. You look up, nearest, like, well, at least over here, you can look up, like, nearest needle disposal sites, normally in a pharmacy. And... yeah, if I see, like, Spanish cuisine or, like, Spanish anything, I have to verify. I can't help myself. I just can't help myself. But I also think that's fun, because I'm not being, like, a fucking horrible about it. I just, if you're gonna say to me with your full chest, Spanish authentic cuisine, let me look into it. It's when they have the balls to say authentic that I think I kind of feel like I have to kind of go, oh, okay, I am gonna check though. It was like, Spanish, inspired by this Mediterranean Spanish, okay, do whatever you want. You're gonna say authentic, or you're gonna say you brought it from Spain. Voy a mirar, que te quede clarísimo que yo estoy ahí, yo estoy fuera. Que ahora son las 8, yo estoy fuera a las 8. Con mi maleta, no. And let me tell you, if you live in a different country from the one you grew up in, and it's the kind where you grew up is a country that like has a lot of restaurants that have the like cuisine, then maybe you understand. You can tell how good the place is going to be based on the menu. All I need to see is your menu, and I probably know how good your food is. And this is exclusively for like Spanish foods, because what are you presenting to me, and how are you presenting it? It's when they start mixing different regions that I start to go, okay, where is the chef from? Because you can't say you excel at these 4 things that are on different points of the fucking of the country, you know? Anyway, so I looked at the menu and I went, hey, this looks good. This you so far you've passed, stamp. So I said, hey, any leftover cash I have from the flea market, I'll go to the restaurant and see what I can get. I didn't spend much food at the restaurant, much money at the flea market. I bought the Blade Runner soundtrack on CD because I thought that was a fun find, and also bought an art print from this guy, and that's it. So I wasn't super hungry, but I was like, I have the appetite for some croquetas, because that's also a really good way to tell how good, like, yeah, it's like croquetas, sure. And a Sprite. So I'm walking there, and this is me also trying to sell it to you, because it was really nice. So if you live in the surrounding area or something, and you're looking for different food, and you got a little bit of money to spare, because it's not like super cheap, then go ahead. I think it is called La Vida, and it's by St. Mary's Church, something like that. Authentic British food. Do you have that in Spain? But it's for the expats. It's for like British people that move to Spain and then decide that they only want to eat English food even though they've moved to a different country. Spoiler alert, they only want the sun. Okay, and they made it everyone's problem. So I made my way there, and then it's like, you know, in a restaurant, I think especially in England, also maybe in the Netherlands, I'm gonna say, because you guys have a lot of layered houses, because a lot of them survived the war. And you go into a restaurant, you open the front door, and then you have to like go down 3 flights of stairs to actually get to the restaurant. It's in like the basement of the basement. So it's one of those, which I'm like, okay, ambience. And as I'm walking down, they've put a bunch of stuff on the walls, but it's all in Spanish. Okay. It's saying like, don't put chorizo en paella. Okay. Sure. Very like, if it was an Italian, I'm just trying to think of a digestible way for everyone else. If this were an Italian restaurant, the stuff that it said on the walls in Spanish was like, don't cut spaghetti with scissors. You know, very like, yeah. So I walked down, and then it says like, please wait to be seated. So I like stood there, and then immediately, though the first thing I see is that, my eyes go this way, and I go, oh my god. Guys don't even play. Guys don't even fucking play. I walked down. I stand up. They had the flag of my fucking community. They had the flag of my little baby community that I came from. That I have in my living room. I have that fucking flag in my living room. And it's the only one that they fucking sell online. And it's some random like A to Z flags website. It's the only place I would bother having the flag of the Valencian community. So it's not the Spanish flag, it's the Valencian community flag, which is where I'm from. I'm from a province within the Valencian community, which is like 1/8 of the country, maybe. So seeing that was crazy because they didn't put that on the menu or anything. And it's also where paella is kind of, I don't want to say from because it's a hot take, but we've got the Valencian paella, and a lot of people use that as a point of reference. That's what I'm playing. So a lot of culture, a lot of cuisine culture, and a lot of the times that's what ends up on the menu. And it's one of the red flags I look out for. So it's very normal to see paella on a Spanish restaurant's fucking menu, right? But to walk down, no, they serve paella and all the other things I saw on the menu that I was like, okay. And then see the Valencian community flag. Oh, this food is gonna be good. This food is gonna be fucking good. She comes over to me. I'm gonna admit, I don't know if she speaks Spanish, and I don't want to be annoying and immediately start speaking Spanish. And she go, I don't speak Spanish, actually. So she comes over and is like, how many people? And I was like, oh, just me. And she's like, okay, come this way. It sits me down. And then I hear her go to a different table and speak Spanish, and I was like, okay, all right. And then when she comes over to me, she was like, would you like something? And I was like, yo hablo español. No, I'm kidding. I was honestly more flustered about it. I was like, I speak Spanish, it's okay. And she was like, oh. And then like, it's really funny how whenever this has happened, where I go somewhere that is Spanish and is providing a Spanish service, and they maybe assume I'm English, or they assume I'm English speaker, and will come up to me and be like, hi, what can I get you? Okay. But then if it's like, hi, pero bueno, like it becomes so, any layers are like immediately like, which I love. I want to do that with everyone ever. But yeah, so it was really nice, and they had like a bunch of display things around the column on the bar. So I got my croquetas and Sprite. I was really hoping they'd have aguarios on the menu, but they didn't. It's okay though. That would have been. I don't even know what I would have done with myself. Probably gone to the bathroom and like cried or something. Anyway, croquetas, fire. Absolutely no complaints. No complaints at all. Beautiful. They were round. I prefer them a bit elongated. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Potatoes you like? Yeah, they're like croquettes in English. What is going on here? Hi, Ray. I'm back for longer now. Hi. Hi. I'm just talking about a Spanish restaurant I went to, and I can just show you guys a picture of a croqueta, because I'm literally gonna show you, and you're gonna go, oh, I know what that is. Croqueta. Yeah, you can get all kinds of shit inside, but normally you can get like, see, this looks good. It's a croqueta cubana. Okay, sure. Oh, I become a croqueta. So, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Quita. And theirs were more round, which is also fine. But I do prefer these ones. Let me find one of the insides so you can kind of get an idea. I guess this is fine. Oh, this is one in Miami. But I know they have... Oh, actually, I don't like the look of the outside of that. Never mind. Let's find a different one. No, not that one either. This one. This is a good one. Okay, so this is what the ones I had look like. They're very, they're not crunchy. They look crunchy. They're not crunchy. You could squish them with your hands. They're just like fried. So good. So good. And really easy. Like if you go to a Spanish restaurant, if the croquetas are good, the rest is going to be good. But if the croquetas are bad, the rest is probably going to be bad too. If the foundation is poor, the whole house is coming down. You know what I'm saying. So they had like these like decorative, Parece. No me hables de eso. Parece. Like magnets on this column. So after I finished eating, I don't know why. I think I was just feeling a bit like, what is it inside? You get a lot of different things, but it's like mushed up potato with, you can get like vegetables. The one I had was jamon serrano, which is like, how do you even pronounce it? Not pronounce it? Translate? Like Iberian ham, if you want, with chicken. And like seasonings. So this one looks like the same thing, but with like maybe some mushroom. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so good, really good. What was I saying? Yeah, so I think I was just feeling a bit like amped up from the, and not in like a great way, and like a wow, that was really overstimulating from the flea market, because it was really busy, and to a point where I took my headphones off. I don't know if anyone gets this. Sometimes if something's too overstimulating, taking my headphones off actually helps, because it feels like I'm not. It's like, okay, busy flea market, headphones on. I'm having to perceive busy flea market and also what's happening here. But if I take my headphones off, I'm only perceiving the busy flea market with all of my senses. There's not a different sense that's different to the rest. You know? So I don't know if anyone gets that, but it looks like you kind of get that. But I was still a bit like, whew, like that's a lot. I quite like to sit in a quiet room, but I'm in Nottingham. And so I asked her, I was like, can I go look at those magnets after I paid? And she was like, you can do whatever you want. In my head I was like, yeah, why are you asking? Raina, 13 months. Thank you for the prime. Thank you kindly. I was like, yeah, why am I acting like a 10-year-old?
Can I go look at the magnets by the bar in the public area of your restaurant that I just paid a good service for?
Yeah. Anyway, I went up to the magnets. And I could recognize a lot of the places on there. I'm not gonna say where, obviously, but like places close to me that I was like, wow. Seeing this is kind of jarring. And the guy that was running the bar came over. Shout out Vicente. And Cosmos, 20 months. Thank you so much. Thanks for the resubs, guys.
Thank you. That's going towards my bills. It's a really strange thing to be happy about.
And yeah, we were just chatting, and he was from Valencia, which is, as the name indicates, Valencian community, Valencia. Yeah, so that was really nice. You put that heating on, Diva. Actually, I haven't needed to. The insulation is pretty good, which I'm not complaining. So we talked for a while. That was really fun. It was nice to just talk to someone about things that I don't normally get to talk about, or the people that I have in my life that will obviously let me talk about where I come from. It's still nice, but it's nice to not have to explain literally everything. You know? Yeah, so that was nice. And then I went back home. Well, I looked in like some random stores, because I guess life update, though I think I have talked about this on stream. I'm very... Maybe it's being buggy. Except for the third. Oh, maybe it's the entirety of my... It used to do this. This is so annoying that it started doing that again. It's fine. I don't think it is, though. Oh. Let me know if that's any better. Start yourself out. Oh. I don't know. I can't remember what the title is. Oh, wait. I can get it up. No, my third address change. Oh! Hey. Hey, you're right. Thank you. It was that originally. I put that originally, and then I changed it, being like, no, that's not right. It should be RD. I have no idea why. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh well.
Oh well.
No trust you're gonna be a millionaire one day and we'll look back and say, I hope I'm not a millionaire ever, to be honest with you. to move out, to have the choice to not have any heating in the winter and just have loads of laser packets and use the money saved to get through the difficult stuff. Use OBS or Streamlabs or anything else. I use OBS. I do need to reset my shit though. It's also important to note that I use a plugin for my audio, so I can't sit here and be like, fuck OBS for my audio problems, because I am using a plugin for my audio splitting, which I don't need to do anymore. I do need to kind of just my OBS, 'cause I've just got some really old shit on here that I need to clear. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about my phone. I mean, I've spoken about how I'm very not online anymore or anything. The only social media I have on my phone that's on my main account, give me a second, is Tumblr, which is an interesting choice maybe, but it's the one I found that isn't so... The algorithm and the layout and the way it works feels like what it is, which is a bunch of blogs. And honestly, my main feed on Tumblr is just birds and some fan art and some artists that I follow that I really like and some photographers I follow that I really like. So it's kind of just my, like, newspaper for random shit. There's a blog I really like called Birds and something. I don't really focus on the username, my bad. But they're really fun, and they just post, like, random birds, and then they're, like, Latin names and everything. It's really fun. But I haven't been on there in a bit, because I've just been busy, and I don't really feel any need. But, yeah, so I don't go on social media or anything, but I also, like, my phone runs on Graphene OS. It's a Google Pixel 7, 8? I think it's an 8. But I put Graphene OS on it, so it's not Google. It's just the hardware is Google. I avoid, like, Amazon, Google, like, stuff like that. It's really annoying that I have a Chromebook, but I bought that fucking ages ago to CEX for, like, $2 to write the Stripe story. Which only made enough to only just break even on the laptop, but that was kind of the goal anyway, so it's fine. Anyway, but on top of that obviously means, hey, what does everyone kind of go to for navigation? And when you go to a website and give me directions, where does it take you? Fucking Google Maps. So nowadays, I have the map of fucking England downloaded on my phone, and if I want to get from A to Z, I have to go look at where it is. Well, I don't have to, like, zoom in individually. I'll look it up, and then I can compare it to where I am, because most of the time I'm walking. And I don't drive. And I basically I navigate as if I had an actual physical map, but it's on my phone. And I gotta be honest, guys, it's cool, it's fun. I mean, it can be a bit difficult sometimes, but hey, hot take. It should be difficult. It should be difficult. You should struggle a little bit to get somewhere you've never been. You know, and also I pay much more attention to my surroundings. Like, I was going somewhere through a place I'd never been before the other day, and I did my navigation system, and I have to go by landmarks. I have to be like, okay, when I get to this cafe called this, that looks like it's taking a lot of space, it's probably big, then I'll see it. Then I need to take the first route. Like, I need to do that kind of thing. And every now and then I'll check, I'm kind of, is there a street name I can see that's on my phone? And I get that you probably can't do this if you're American, because it's like drive or die. I'm grateful I can do that. So it's good because it means that if for any reason one day I can't use my phone or can't rely on a map or anything, I will have my bearings because I've been paying attention to my surroundings. You drop me anywhere in Brighton, I'll know the street name, babe. I'll know the street name. I'll know the street name. I'll know the schedule. The schedule bus has probably changed by now. You know how I knew that my Brighton era was truly over? Is when the last time I visited, and a bus
drove past. It was a 3 something, and there was a 3X, and I was like, what the fuck is a 3X? And then I went, whoa. Hey, a bus route I don't know. Powerful. Anyway. Yeah, the way I've like kind of changed my daily living conveniences has been really cool. I've really been enjoying it. Yeah, I'm like completely fucking analog. Save for like a few random things that like sure. Such as, well, obviously this isn't analog. Like, the exception is my PC. But the analog equivalent is this, going out and preaching to the streets. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, it's very good. It's very grounding. Guys, there's so much noise on your fucking phones. Anyway, don't get me started. It'll never end. It'll never end. Any new / reborn hobbies? Reborn hobbies? I mean, if we're talking the past few, Diva Soapbox. No, it is not. It's not. In the past few months, I've been reading again. That's been a few months, though. And I've been painting recently. I'm trying to decorate the house on a budget, so I'm just making all the art. Pottery, I suppose, if you want to count that, because I've been doing that, and I'm not very experienced in it, so I guess it's new. And I bought a lot. I bought a lot of clay, so I'm buckled in now for that. New. Well, I've been doing a lot of bird watching. I think you probably get that, though, if you're on my Patreon. I post a lot of bird pictures on there. I actually have a bunch of new bird pictures I haven't been through. Should we have a look at those? I'm gonna have a really quick flick through, and if any of them look fun, I will share them with the people. So my USB drive is, yes, it's plugged in. I went on a walk really early one day. There's like a green space like way fucking over, and I was like, I will have a long walk this morning to said green space, that I can't remember the fucking name of, or I would tell you. And it looked big on the map, but I didn't know how big it was till I was there. And also, it was so misty and foggy. Like, one of those days where you're like, Silent Hill, I can't see. But that was really fun. And I brought my camera with me, obviously. And had a blast. There should be some good bird pictures from that day, I hope. So, quickly. Oh my god, this pigeon. This pigeon was fucking awesome. Did I get like a cool mid-action one? I've never seen a pigeon do this. It was like eating the leaves, but in such a funny way. Okay, that was kind of mid-action. 9.2. This could break my OBS. Oh my god, it didn't break my OBS. As you can see, it's a big picture, my fancy fucking camera. One day, I will share the lore about this camera, I really will. I just don't think right now is the time. So it was like, you can see it eating. But it was so funny, it was just sat there pecking at this tree. So fun. Love pigeons. Let's see if there are any... Aww. Oh, you can't fucking see anything. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go through all these properly eventually, and I'll probably put a lot of them on the Patreon. Which is where I tend to put, like, my little photo dumps. What's your favorite bird picture you've taken? What camera / lenses do you use? I use an Alpha Sony 6000. Sorry, I'm looking here, because that's what I stream on. It's standard lens. A stock lens is my answer, because I know about cameras. This is the stock lens of the Sony Alpha 6000. I think it's 6600. Low-key.
Favorite bird picture. There's one I really like that I've taken, which is on the Patreon as well. Where are you? What? Where's the edited ones? Girl. A lot of them are really chunky, though. I'm just kind of scared they're gonna break my OBS. Oh, there's probably a cute one here, right? I have no idea. I really love magpies. I don't know. There's no magpies in Spain, or at least I'm aware of. I don't see any. So when I first moved here and saw a magpie, I was acting like it was a fucking ho, like Pokemon. Like, I was like, did you see that bird? It's like, the magpie? I'd be like, it's fucking awesome. Because they look so incredible. Oh yeah, here's one of 2 magpies. I keep scrolling past it. Oh. Right, can I just put fit to screen? Can we do that? Yes, we can. That's 2 magpies. This is completely not edited. They flew, obviously past me while above me, and I saw them and I just quickly flicked my camera up and took this, and it came out so pretty. So pretty. They're very photogenic. I don't know where oh, I bet you they're in my Patreon folder. Sorry, I'm trying to find this one, because one immediately came to mind. Here we go. Yeah, this one. Oh my god, the way a loading thing came up. I don't know why. I mean, there's nothing particularly super, like, I don't know. It's just 2 pigeons coming off of a snowy thingy. I think it's just, this was one of the first times I'd sat and, like, it was snowing that day, and I've still not seen snow that much in my life. So I just took a moment to grab my camera and sit and take all those pictures. So I think it's like, I like the framing, I like that they're moving, etc. But I also like that I remember that this was me being really happy and taking the time to pull my camera out and not working. Speaking more to ask how his wife is. I know there's the whole thing with like, you gotta greet a magpie. 1 for sorrow, 2 for joy, 3 for... Can I just say, why not greet every fucking bird? I greet every bird. Every bird. Even the ones I don't see. I don't need to worry about that. Hey, the birds aren't out to get me. Okay? Birds are not out to get me. The other day I woke up at like 5 fucking a.m. because I think it was a song thrush woke me up because they... And I was like, damn, bitch, okay, I'll wake up. Oh, wait, no. This was the morning where I went and took those pictures with the one I showed you, the pigeon. And so it was kind of funny. I was like woken up by a bird, and I was like, okay, fine, I'll go for a long walk and take pictures of you guys. But yeah, no, I fucking love birds. I really, really love birds. I went to a charity shop, started Oxfam. I was like, okay, we can get some books. I've been collaging. I'm sure there's some random art book that I can, you know, make some art with. I mean, I walked out 15 pounds poorer with 4 bird books. None of which I'm gonna collage with because I bought them to read them. I was in there for an hour. I was in there till close. I was in the Oxfam till close, and I only knew they were closing because they started kind of hovering around me and talking loudly about closing the store. At which point, by the way, I didn't have my headphones on. No, I had one on. Because I never have 2 on in a store because I'm scared someone's going to talk to me and I'm going to miss it. Also, I don't know. I just feel like it's rude. If you're sharing your space with someone to put your headphones on. I don't know. Is that just me though? Or like robins. I love robins. I love that everyone's like, oh, cute robin. But then if we could understand robins, did you know that all you would hear them do is be like, oh, fuck you. Get out of my fucking lawn. They'd be like those like, I have the right to carry arms and I'll shoot you off my lawn if you touch my fucking property right now. Like, that's a robin. So I love this stereotype of
The Christmas bird. The tweet, 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 tweet. The killer songs.
it will fuck you up. If a robin could punch you in the face for coming near it, it would. Can I just say? I love them. I love birds whose nature is so different from people's perceptions. Which reminds me, pigeon. It's more like an "you alright, mate." No, guys, we diss pigeons too much. They are such intelligent creatures. They are such beautiful, intelligent creatures. Magpies can be little shits. As can every bird. I have much respect for pigeons. I love pigeons. They're very smart. These magpies every so often some noisy. I'm just gonna hassle her, so I'll just hear her shouting at them. So it's disrespecting. No. I just mean, like, I don't know. Maybe it's the informality. The homing pigeon, like a pigeon that I think I already talked about. But let me check. Before I start talking to my ass. I was told more about wood pigeons that, yeah, okay, I was right. Wood pigeons, which are in New Zealand, that are like, enjoy feeding and walking the dogs. I hope your dogs are good. A robin is a sign that a passed away. I'm struggling to read right now. I think I'm getting tired. It's past my bedtime. Is with you. Yes, I do find that very sweet. My dogs are awesome. Like another person, I get that. I find that I also talk to some birds that are arguing like I'm their mama. There was two, what were they? I think it was a crow and two magpies fighting the other day. And I kept being like, alright, stop. Behave yourselves. Better behave yourself. Hey, here we go. What was in New Zealand? Oh, wasn't I saying something to someone? Oh, the sign of loved one passing away. I got the news of one of my patients back when I worked in healthcare. One of my, like, I don't have favorites or whatever, but I worked really, really closely with him and still speak about him to this day to people and everything. Because I think it's important to, like, I don't know, share people that you know with each, like, you know, talk about people you know. And I feel like it's especially important with people you know that have passed away. So, yeah, I learned that he passed, and then maybe a few days later, and I was obviously still, like, thinking about that and, like, grieving and whatever, but in my own way, because I knew that he, like, wanted to die, which is pretty common with, the people that I worked with, which maybe sounds insane, but sometimes, when you're really old and really alone and really depressed and just in pain, you want to die, and you're like, I hope I die tomorrow. Like, that's just the kind of attitude a lot of them had, where they're like, yeah, I'm grateful to be alive, but also, damn, I'm in pain. Anyway, I'm not gonna dwell on that. It's just part of life. But yeah, I learned he passed, so I wasn't, like, sad over it. I was more like, I'm glad he got what he wanted. I bet he was happy. And I saw a robin as I was thinking that, and I went through this little park that I'd never been through. Queen Mary's Gardens in Brighton. And, or Queen Elizabeth's Gardens, I don't know. I saw a little robin. And I was like, oh. And I still have the picture I took of that robin on my, like, cloud photo thing, on Proton. So, yeah, I don't know, I felt the need to tell that story, but I did, so I hope you enjoyed. But yeah. I do enjoy seeing little robins. I think both of that and also, like, if you could punch me right now, you would. I'm trying to find you a picture of a wood pigeon that isn't covered in copyright images. Okay. This is a wood pigeon in New Zealand. Is this not the fucking coolest thing you've ever seen? Look at this guy. The fuck? Awesome. I want to make an outfit based on that. That's cool. You can also makeup look. It was always seen as a bad thing. I think that we should appreciate that sometimes it's right. I don't think anything's right or wrong. I don't think death is a bad thing either. But again, now we're getting into that whole thing. We'll fucking get around to it.
Hi, cryptids.
Shut up, Dove. Shut up, Dove. I think I have the Dove on my wall. I'm gonna take a sip of water. My throat's all dry. I'll probably end soon, guys. I've been live for nearly 2 hours. Shit, I thought this would be a little short stream, so I would start to pass away. I took my meds so much later than usual. Because I had shit on my, like, little, like, part of my kitchen where I have my meds. Because I was in the middle of working on something. And so I think it was just because it was out of sight, I forgot to put it into my routine. So I just forgot. And I think I really felt the effects of it. It's crazy. I wound up so behind on my schedule by like 12 that I was like, what is happening? What is wrong with me? Why am I, what is this efficiency? And then my brain went, hey, I'm missing an essential key component of this. Oh, I didn't take my stimulants. Oh. So, yeah, that was kind of funny. I was like, wait, the reason I'm slow is because I forgot my, like, illegal speed. Yeah. Goodness. Yeah. I'm excited to finally get around to everything that I've said I've wanted to do, because now I have this space. My own space. I can record and stream and whatever whenever I want. That's another thing. I don't know what's gonna happen to my stream schedule, because this is a bit weird for me being up this late currently, and I also don't want to keep streaming at 8 p.m. That's like too late for me nowadays. But I also know that that kind of fucks over the Americans, but I don't know. So we might be looking more at like 6-ish p.m., which I know clashes with other people that also stream at that time. But hey, it's for me, that's not like fuck my views. It's overlaps. Thank you. It's more, oh damn, what if someone, maybe this is like, but I think this would happen, where someone would be like, shit, who do I watch? Because everyone's live at 6. Like all the British streamers all fucking go live at 6, except for some that go live at 8. So I don't know, because I know that if I went live any earlier than that, first of all, I probably wouldn't want to. Second of all, a lot of people are still like at work and stuff. So I don't know. We'll see. Because at the end of the day, it is just whenever I go live or whenever I decide to. Like, this isn't really part of my like job. But it's an element of it. Guys, I can't afford to just like not do anything. That's why we still have the store. By the way, does no one want my little caterpillar hoodie? It'll sell one day, right? I have 18 days. Guys, I've not even started. I have ideas though. I know at least what one thing is gonna be. Going to say slurs, please? I know I didn't actually just say a slur, but I'm trying to think of what you said. Caterpillar? Oh, work? Job? Are we still doing that? You really have me racking my brains thinking, what? If it's not my style. No, I understand. I'm not genuinely being like, what the fuck, guys? I'm more just, it's always interesting for me to observe what sells and what doesn't. I'm really glad the flock sold, because I was a bit like, over that, because the last time I did anything like that was Cloud Jumper, and I had to half the price of that to get it out of my fucking cupboard. People just seem to prefer the edgier stuff, but I hope that the direction I'm heading in is also appealing to some people. I threw away a lot of the... Oh, I didn't throw away. I passed it on to Smidge. It was actually quite funny, because you guys might eventually see Smidge releasing one-of-a-kind stuff that, you can see elements of my fabrics, like maybe like the plaid from Amped Punk on something they've made. Like, I think that'll be funny. But yeah, I'm really tired of working with black and red for, I think, really obvious reasons. So, like, for example, one of the pieces this month, unless I change my mind, is gonna be like purple hoodie, like a nice purple hoodie and stuff. So I just hope that, although maybe a lot of you guys are more like gothic or anything, because that's what sells like so fast, is like the black and red goth emo kind of whole thing. I hope there's equally an interest in the more colorful stuff, but that's not me being like, I don't know, like, hey, people are how they are. I'm not trying to be like, I think you understand what I mean. That's not me just being in a mean way. Everyone has their styles, that's fine. I wouldn't buy something that's not my style either. I just hope that there is also people out there that are interested in stuff that isn't black and red, because that's what I want to make. And I hope it doesn't become another thing that I feel like I have to do things a certain way for it to sell. But I don't think I don't see myself ever consciously making something black and red when I don't want to ever again, because it's like pulling fucking tape. Anyway, more purple, yay, I'm excited for that piece. I don't know how it's gonna come out. I'm a little scared. People outside of your community may help. Yeah, I'm thinking about how I want to promote all this stuff. That's a whole other conversation. It's very boring. But we'll see. I will also see what I managed to get out this month, because again, I've not started. I've not got much time. Let's, like, going on Etsy or something as well as shop or something. That then is complicated though, because what if someone buys it on Etsy and then buys... Also, I tried Etsy. I actually started out on Etsy. That's why a lot of the things I did aren't on this shop, because I did on Etsy. Etsy takes the biggest fucking bite out of profit ever. Like, ever. And it's like fuck you. Literally, what is happening? Also, Etsy is an AI shithole nowadays. If anyone knows any good alternatives to Etsy, fucking please let me know, because you can't look up anything, and I mean literally anything nowadays, without some fucker doing an AI version. So bad. Like, I was excited to buy from like random small businesses now that I have my own place, because I've decided I'm not gonna get a bunch of cheap stuff, and I'm instead gonna slowly spend more than I previously have on one thing. You know what I mean? Like, I bought a really nice set of cutlery for 17 bucks, which is a bit absurd. Also, I didn't buy it. It was on the home warming wish list, because I didn't have the heart to spend 17 bucks on one set of cutlery. So shout out my grandma who bought it for me. So I was on Etsy trying to look for, like, I don't know, some dinnerware, things like that. Or what was the other thing? Just anything, journals. Like, it's so hard to fucking find things on Etsy that isn't AI slop. Anyway, so I'm not selling on there anymore. I think it's more a case of just promoting the shop on different places. rather than shoving it on a marketplace, which is what I'm gonna work on. But yeah, anyway, I think I'm gonna wrap up now. 'Cause I'm getting tired. Dude, crochet AI patterns must just be hell. I don't envy that at all. At all. I'm so sorry. Don't know when I'll be live next. Not a clue. We'll see. We'll also see if I manage to find a cable that works for my fucking other microphones. What do you call it? Audio mixer thing? I have no idea. We'll see what we get up to next stream. No clue. Hopefully something fun. It's been fun just sitting and chatting. Thanks guys for showing it and listening to my little rambles about moving and everything. Audio interface. I don't think that's what it's called, but we'll go with that. And yeah, that's about it for me. If you're new here or lurking or something, you can join the Discord. I have a Patreon where I put... Oh. I'll just pause it. Where I post, like, random extra stuff. I have some journals that are due to go up. Obviously, I haven't had any internet, so I can't post them. So, my bird photography, random stuff like that is on there. How I make my stuff, really random. Yeah, the Discord's fun. It's been a bit quiet because I've been quiet. Yeah, just random stuff. You go do whatever you want. Thank you as always, everybody, for hanging, and have a lovely day, evening, wherever you are. And yeah, and I'm gonna leave you with some homework if you would like to spend a little bit of time outside. And I know it's not available for a lot of people because a lot of you maybe are like American or something, and it's difficult to go somewhere that isn't like fucking tarmac and a good car. But if you've got a little green space around, just go sit there for a little bit. Leave your phone behind. Go sit on some grass or on a bench in a park, and chill out, and just take some deep breaths. Okay, that's my homework for you if you would like. Because, hey, it really is that damn fun. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye. I'm so purple. My fucking light. Goodness. Okay, whatever. Bye.